thieves are stealing a car part that could cost you nearly $1,000 to replace.
Yeah, they're ripping catalytic converters out of them. Elizabeth Christian explains what local law enforcement is doing to stop this ongoing trend. Elizabeth?
Dave Rochelle, the car part is being sold for the metal inside, and over the past several months, there's been an influx in catalytic converters missing. I spoke with BPD and the owner of Dick's Muffler for some insight.
Since January 1st, we've arrested 13 people for catalytic converter-related thefts.
Most recent arrests were over the weekend in the Bakersfield Auto Mall area.
Of this year, we've had over 100 reported catalytic converter thefts. It is an epidemic. It is a problem. We recognize it. We're putting resources towards it.
Now, the Bakersfield Police Department regularly patrols areas where catalytic converters are likely to be stolen. And Sergeant Pear recommends that everyone try to reduce car part theft by parking in well-lit areas and well-traveled areas.
There are aftermarket devices you can place on your vehicle that can make it more difficult to remove. You can put some sort of owner-identified number on the catalytic converter. That way, if we recover one, we at least know where it came from and can follow the process back to you.
But the reality of this problem is, there is no foolproof way to prevent catalytic converter theft from happening entirely.
It's just delaying the inevitable. It's just like what happens is that they weld shields, they weld pipe, they tie it up with chains. They still cut through it, it just takes them longer.
As long as there is a market to resell the part, they will continue to be sought after and leave people with a car problem they didn't plan for.
Either they make the decision to leave it alone and drive it loud, but they're afraid to get a ticket on it. They could put a piece of straight pipe temporarily, but it's against California regulations to do that. So they're like in the middle of which way to go on it to make sure that it's still California compliant.
At Dick's Muffler in Bakersfield on Brundage Lane, owner Hector Parada has answered more calls lately following catalytic converter thefts.
This year, already starting, we probably get maybe 10 phone calls a day on stolen catalytic converters from any kind of vehicles.
It's a pricey part that is needed to pass a smog test.
If they have to buy an original converter from the dealer, it could be $2,000, $3,000.
Well, it may seem like a petty crime, but the BPD is stopping these thefts and says that they're making them a priority. So if you see someone suspicious under a car, call the police. Live in studio tonight, Elizabeth Christian, Eyewitness News.
Is there a story you think we should investigate? Call our Eyewitness News tip line at 869-2929.